I would like to ask, what about the condition when someone is unconscious for a long time before the last breath? Is it possible to overcome the reincarnation trap? Great question. Thank you very much. If the person was aware not to go into the tunnel of white light, not to do the usual, the standard afterlife thing where you're shepherded into the afterlife dimension. If the person was aware not to go there, then absolutely they can overcome the reincarnation trap, because being unconscious, the body being unconscious, is actually a good thing. It allows you to explore dimensions or find the way into the true void, is what I teach, because you are fully conscious as a soul. So someone who is unconscious for a long time is probably already exploring, is fully aware that they're not the body. And so you can say that they already are practicing, except they have to know where to go. If they're just bouncing around astral realms because before they went unconscious, they did not learn that to exit the matrix structure, they need to go into the true void. If they did not know that, then chances are they're going to go where we believe we need to go. And Ibn Alexander, I think the book is called Proof of Heaven, and he was a neurosurgeon, someone who did not believe in any of this otherworldly stuff. And he found himself very ill and in a coma for 7 days or something like that. I didn't read the book. I just know about this book because I've been told about it many times. He experienced the realms that are outside of this dimension. His brain was completely dead. He was brain dead. And regardless of that, he came back and wrote a book about what he experienced. So someone being unconscious could actually be a good thing. And then Ibn Alexander also wrote about the dazzling darkness, that space that I talk about. I believe that he experienced the true void. And in his words, he called it the dazzling darkness. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful name for it. Okay, and let's go to the next question. I have heard that if we continue to walk on the righteous path, due to our high vibrations, we can bypass the archons and face those spirits who are in higher realms. Yes, that is a belief that is very common and present, and the traditional teachings in Hinduism and Buddhism and allism, pretty much, and New Ageism too, all teach us that. The question to ask is, what are these realms and what are these spirits in these realms? And are they still a part of the matrix structure or not? So that's a big question to ask. I always bring up the same chapter in Yogananda's book that you can read. You can read this book, Autobiography of a Yogi. You can read it from the perspective of what we presently know, and it literally spells everything out unintentionally. It tells us about what happens with the enlightened gurus who walked the righteous paths and where they ended up at. We have chapter 43, where his guru, Sri Yukteswar, enlightened being from all perspectives, ended up in neighboring astral planet where there was still karma. There were the beings, there were the higher beings who were still treating the human souls or human expressions, even in the astral, like children, and like you need to learn and like you need to continue paying your karma. And now that enlightened guru was doing the same kind of working with the souls in between, cross incarnating between Earth and that planet. And this is not the ultimate way out of the reincarnation cycle, because it only takes you to the next level of the game. And if you want more proof, you can read in the same book, Yogananda's book, you can read stories of the enlightened masters, by all definitions, enlightened masters, who continue to interact with their disciples and those who who call upon them. Like Sri Yaksaswar showed up in my meditation, my lucid dream. I barely knew who he was. Like, what was that all about? But if just that one example is not enough, you can read more examples in Yogananda's book, and we know about these and we hear about these, where these enlightened beings just pop into human reality. The entanglement with the human reality, with the matrix, continues, which means that they didn't go anywhere. And literally, as I was writing this, I received a message from someone who went through a lot of regressions, and she remembered a lot of her past lives. In one of these past lives, she was a rishi, someone who lived righteously and obtained all levels of enlightenment. Rishi is like the highest level of enlightenment that you can obtain on earth. And when she she remembered leaving her body on her own volition, which I think is like the best kind of scenario and the most evolved that of what we have here on earth available to us, is to gain full control of our own life force so we can pull it out and depart. But she said that she woke up in the astral realm where the beings, higher realm spirits kind of thing, told her, oh, wouldn't it be a shame to waste all this knowledge? And wouldn't it be the higher path for you to go back and incarnate again and teach what you have learned over 200 years of your practices? And she's back. She's back on Earth. So that is a very long answer to this question, because this has been a kind of like a burning question. It literally, all of that information keeps pouring into my awareness, and I keep writing it. And then I got this support and evidence kind of from the person who remembered herself as a rishi. And Yogananda's book has a lot. Okay, so that was a very long answer. I am moving on to the next question. How do you will yourself back to the body? While practicing Kriya Yoga, I knew that I was about to leave my body. I panicked. I'd like to overcome my fear. As long as your body is alive, there is no need to will yourself back into the body. You are fully entangled with the system. Getting out of the body is challenging. Getting back into the body, that happens automatically. The body just pulls you right back in, like it or not. Even when you're in a really high level of samadhi, that I remember when my heart beat stopped and my breath stopped and I was completely separated from the body, like no awareness whatsoever, just gone, like all gone. And then I started feeling the body and the mind tagging on me and pulling that part of me that was gone back into the body. As long as the body is alive, you're not going anywhere. There's nothing to be panicked about. The challenge is to overcome the body to get out. Getting back is no challenge at all. So if you have any fears, reservations, it's important to get over that, because there's absolutely nothing that's going to happen to you. You're not going to die from doing the breath work or meditation or Kriya yoga, but you're going to experience what it is like and where you can go and what it is like to not be the body. That's the main objective of our training. All right, continue now. You mentioned recently that besides the one tunnel, there are others in different colors. What should we do? I heard turn our back and wait a moment that the void would be revealed. No. Mm-mm. If you're looking at the tunnels, you're within the astral plane already. So, training to quantum leap, quantum jump instantly from the body straight into the dazzling darkness of the absolute. That's the only way. If you are facing the tunnels, you can turn away, you can fly away through the astral planes, you can back away. They're going to get you eventually. This is how we get ghosts that bounce around, or discarnates that are in people's homes and all sorts, because these people did not go into any tunnel. They just backed away, and now they are bouncing around astral dimensions. So backing away from the tunnels does not do anything for you. If you go into one of the other color tunnels, you're going to end up in a different part of the simulation, a different part of the matrix.